Thomas wasn't taking care. He biffed the truck very hard, and the door came loose. Sir Handel came to another hill. His pistons popped, his traction rods rattled, and his boiler bubbled and bounced. Sir Handel couldn't go on. Then there was trouble. His pistons popped and his traction rods rattled. Inside the carriage, the picnic hamper burst open, and the Thing Controller and Mrs. Percival were juddered and shuddered. Duncan's wheels rattled over the wobbly track. He applied his brakes, but it was too late. The flatbed bumped into the air, the bell tumbled off the flatbed and rolled down the hill. Clang, clang, boing went the bell as it fell and fell. He applied his brakes hard. "Cinders and ashes!" cried Thomas. He heard the flatbed crash into the buffers. Then splash into the canal. "Faster!" wheezed Skarloey. "Faster!" Then there was trouble. Rheneas raced right off the track. Oh no! Once Henry had started them rolling, they wouldn't stop. "Help!" cried Henry. Then there was trouble. The bubbles blew into his eyes. Thomas couldn't see where he was going, and he bumped straight into the back of Toby. Toby's axle was broken. "Sorry," puffed Thomas. Thomas puffed into the sidings and biffed into the buffers. Sticky toffee splattered everywhere. "Oh no!" moaned Thomas. Suddenly, the signal changed to red. Edward screeched to a stop, but the sides of the trucks collapsed. Steel pipes toppled all over the tracks. "Bust my buffers," puffed Edward. Then they heard Gordon. He was going fast. Then there was trouble. Gordon hit the pipes with a loud crunch. He came off the tracks. Then some pipes dropped from a crane and landed with a clang. Skarloey jumped. His trucks hit the buffers and bright white flour flew everywhere. "Fancy jumping at a silly old crane?" Then there was trouble. Earth and stones tumbled down the bank and blocked Thomas's track. "Cinders and ashes!" cried Thomas. But he still wanted to deliver Alice's presents. Suddenly the signal turned red. James applied his brakes and screeched to a halt. But Edward couldn't stop in time. "Sorry," puffed Edward. Then there was trouble. Just as he got to the top of the hill, the coupling came loose, and Skarloey rolled backward. "Help!" cried Skarloey, but it was too late. Skarloey's flatbed biffed into the sidings and came off the track. But Jack did get into trouble. He backed into a stack of roofing slate and smashed it into tiny pieces. "Blistering buckets," said Jack. "Look out!" shouted Patrick. "Oh! Uh-oh! This is bad!" "Look out!" cried Jack. But it was too late. "Are you all right?" chuffed Thomas. Max and Monty were still up to no good. Bust my buffers! Cried Percy. Watch out! Shouted Alfie, but it was too late. Max broke the water supply pipe. Water gushed everywhere. Look out! Cried Alfie. You'll hit the tree! Shouted Jack. But it was too late. Max crashed into Monty and Monty crashed into the lightning tree. Who put this here? Grumbled Monty. Max was cross with Monty. He decided to bump him back. Before they knew it, they skidded off the track and into a ditch. Ned had gone back to loading rubble into Thomas's trucks, but his heart wasn't in it. Ned, shouted Thomas, the rubble goes in the trucks. Ned was still dreaming of knocking buildings down and wasn't watching where he was going. Look out, cried his operator. But it was too late. The chimney rocked, the bricks crumbled, the workmen and the foreman took cover. Oliver and Thomas watched in amazement. Oops, said Ned.